Hello and welcome back to Nicaraguan Inverts and Other Animals with me, Phil. And in this video we're going to take a look at the curly hair tarantula. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so here we have the curly hair tarantula, or Tiltlactyl albicolossus. These guys are a New World species of tarantula, which means they come from the Americas. In particular, the curly hair can be found in Honduras, Costa Rica and Nicaragua. And in the hobby and captivity, you may see them under sort of a couple of location names. And that's quite important actually. You may see some called the Honduran, which often nowadays can be often referred to as the hobby form, which is actually believed to be a hybrid. So, and then you've got the Nicaraguan curly hair, which is sometimes called the true curly hair, as they were very much true ones that were brought over a few years ago and been breeding in captivity for it. Now, this particular one here, I would put down as a hobby form. I didn't buy this one. This is one that was rehomed to me. Well, it was actually part of the abandoned tarantulas video that I made a while ago. So this one was actually found during a house clearance. So lucky enough in its tank, unfortunately someone had abandoned this one, and so it has ended up with me. But the curly hair overall for me is a absolutely fantastic species of tarantula. So they are New World, they're terrestrial, so it means they live primarily on the ground. They will burrow a bit as well, but as they get older I do find that they tend to spend a lot more time on the surface and make a nice display species of tarantula. And for me, they are a species that I think do really well for beginners. So when people ask me often, what species of tarantula do I recommend as their first tarantula, I often say curly hair. They are very readily available, they're not too expensive, they're not a particularly difficult species to keep. They tend to be fairly docile, they don't tend to bolt anywhere. Yes, they can flick their agitating hairs, but I sometimes find every single one I've had has been reluctant to, only if you really, really kind of annoy them. Do that. They are slow growing, so if it's your first tarantula, you may not want to get a sling because you're going to be waiting a while for it to grow. Now, males will only live sort of around 5 years or so. Females can live sort of 25 years. So if you've got a female, you're going to have it for a nice long time. If you've got a juvenile one, they're not necessarily all that expensive. They don't like it, I find they like real high humidity. Slings, yeah, I do give them a bit of moisture. So make sure that the substrate is moistened down. But you see this adult or this sub-adult, the substrate is fairly dry, and here it's got a nice big water bowl, so it can drink, and I'll just overfill that every now and then, and so just to make some of the layers underneath the top surface a bit moistened down, so it can go down if it wants to, and to get some more moisture if it so needs. And then it can, if it wants to, it can dig its own burrow, or as I did, may have put some cork in. It's actually a cork tube to kind of create a nice burrow that it can't collapse, because the substrate is just coir at the moment. And coir sometimes can collapse on burrows. Now, it does use the cork tube every now and then, and you'll see that it has webbed up around it. So it's laid a bit of web matting around its cork tube, around its home. There we are. So you can see that there. So it does go down there if it wants to, and it can even make a bit of a chamber at the bottom, so it doesn't go completely to the bottom. So it acts as like a starter burrow, if you like. And then feeding wise, for one this sort of size, it doesn't need feeding every day. Certainly no spider should be fed every day. This one on average I feed sort of once to every sort of 2 or 3 weeks. So not a huge amount of food. Okay guys, so that was the curly hair tarantula. Another fantastic species, and one I really highly recommend for anyone keeping tarantulas. I don't think any collection is complete without at least one curly hair in it. So if you are thinking of getting into tarantulas and you're looking for perhaps your first one, curly hair for me is often a good way to go. So most of them tend to be fairly docile, not too skittish often, I find, as well. Also, they're often readily available, not too expensive as well. So they do tick a lot of boxes, to be fair. And when they get older, when they're bigger, I find they do spend a lot of time out and about, or at least my one does. There's always exceptions, so give it an opportunity to go down a burrow if it chooses to. But yeah, mine is out a lot. So anyways, if you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Pop some comments down below. I'm sure if you keep tarantulas, you've probably got curly hair. But let me know if you do, or let me know if you're getting into tarantulas and looking perhaps for your first one. So also, if you haven't yet, please do consider subscribing to the channel, hitting that bell for notifications. And also check me out over on Instagram and TikTok as well. Links for everything is down in the description. But until next time, guys, take care, stay safe, and keep rocking.